Hi, I'm John Arelli, and I am loving going through these Psalms because they're saying words that I don't know I have words for, and so I really appreciate them. They're getting to the root of some things that I need to get to the root of. So I'm going to go through our booklet here, show it to you. This is a year through the Psalms for 2023. Hopefully you're joining us through it. We have PDF version, we have Espanol version. So right now we're in week 4. Can you believe it? This is week 4 of the year. And I'm reflecting on Psalms 10 through 12. So what are these Psalms saying to me? That sometimes God feels distant. And there's something in the Psalms that seems like it's saying that sometimes God distances himself in some ways, which struck me with some tension, to be honest with you. But it seems like evil people get away with murder sometimes, and I don't feel good about that either. And even so, God is watching closely, and he hates violence. So that there's the sense of God's character and also how he lets things happen that I don't like and that he doesn't like. And so that's what I feel like the Psalms are saying to me. One or two ways that these Psalms prompt me to be honest and speak to God is do the justice. Do it. Like, there's so much I can't do. God, do the justice. Do what needs to be done. You're the only one who can, so do it. Fix things. This is what you're good at. You actually can heal. You actually can restore. You actually can stop things, bad things from happening. So do it. That's the cry of my heart here, to be honest with you. And what among these verses or Psalms that I'm taking with today, there are some verses at the end of chapter 12 that says, I will defend the poor. Well, okay, great. So that's what God's going to do. He will defend the poor. And so I can trust him that he's going to do that. And then back in chapter 10, one of the verses is, I know you won't let them down. So there's something that I'm taking with me today. God, I know you defend the poor, and I know you won't let them down. So I'm trusting in him for that. Proverbs 4 for me, interestingly, as I reflect, like, what could God be saying to me of all that's being set out in the Psalms? A part of what I hear him saying is, get wisdom, and although it costs you all you have, gain understanding, because in those times when I distance myself, which is, again, weird, or where God feels distant, that what is still with us is his word, his wisdom. And so there's something of our own behavior that we're responsible for to continue on with when we don't feel close to God, that God is giving us something, an asset of some sort, his own word, to be able to guide us when we feel alone, and that we're responsible for that. But it's a gift that he gives us. So that's where I feel like I'm going deeper, that like, God, what have you given me that when sometimes I feel distant from you or alone, what are the things that I continue on with until you feel present again? And what are you forming in me while that's happening? So that's my reflection for this week. I pray that you would see God fighting for the poor in your midst, that especially those things that you feel like you can't take care of. And I'm feeling this too. God, those things that I can't take care of, that I don't have the strength for, I feel helpless in. Would you do it? Do the justice, God. Do it, I ask in Jesus' name. And I pray you'd see it in your midst as well. Have a great week.